Lesson 2.8a, Real World Problems, Multiplication and Division. So we're going to learn that when you're doing a word problem like this, sometimes the remainder can be part of an answer. Rena has a roll of ribbon, 250 centimeters long. She cuts it into a number of pieces that measure 20 centimeters each. How many pieces does she cut? And what is the length of the remaining ribbon? So the length of ribbon is 250 centimeters. The length of each piece is 20 centimeters. So we know that to figure out the number of pieces, we have 250 divided by 20. So when we have here 250 divided by 20, we have the answer 12, but we also have a remainder of 10. So there are 12 pieces with a remainder of 10 centimeters left over. Rena cuts the ribbon into 12 pieces. The length of the remaining ribbon is 10 centimeters. So see how that remainder became part of the answer. So for your guided learning, you're going to be doing a similar problem about a bin of potatoes. A bin of potatoes weighs 100 pounds. The potatoes are packed into bags weighing 15 pounds each. How many bags of potatoes are there and how many pounds are left? So the weight of the potatoes is 100 pounds. The weight of each bag is 15 pounds. So you're going to have the number of bags is 100 divided by 15 pounds, and then you'll get your answer. And you'll put the number of bags of potatoes, and then you'll put your remainder here, however many pounds of potatoes are left. Another thing that can happen with word problems is that you can increase the quotient when it includes a remainder, and I'll show you what this means. So if with this word problem, a school has 120 fifth graders who are going by bus on a field trip. If each bus holds 35 students, what's the number of buses needed? So the number of fifth graders, again, is 120, and they can hold 35 kids per bus. So the number of buses needed, you're going to take 120 and divide by 35. So here you go, 120 divided by 35. You need 3 buses. But if you only use 3 buses, there'd still be 15 kids who wouldn't be able to go on the field trip because there's 15 kids that wouldn't fit in those 3 buses. So the remaining 15 remaining fifth graders would need 1 more bus. You'll add 1 more to the quotient. So 3 plus 1 equals 4. The number of buses needed is 4. You'll do a similar thing on this guided learning problem about Julie and her stamps. So you'll figure out that when you figure out her total number of stamps and the number of stamps on a page, and you divide those, you'll have a remainder. So you'll need to add an additional page. Some problems require 2 steps to solve, and here's an example of one. The Fairfield Elementary School library is in the shape of a rectangle. It measures 36 yards by 21 yards. The school's principal, Mr. Jefferson, wants to carpet the library floor. Find the cost of carpeting the library fully of a 1 square yard if a 1 square yard carpet tile costs $16. First, find the floor area of the library. Wow, I'm having a hard time talking right now. So the area equals the length times width, which I know you guys learned in 3rd grade. So the length is 36 yards and the width is 21 yards. So you're going to multiply length times width. 36 times 21 is going to give you 756 square yards. You can do some of the estimating if you want to check your answer, but I'm just going to stick with this, 756 square yards. The floor area of the library is 756 square yards. Then find the cost of the carpeting. So the cost of the carpeting is the area times the cost of 1 yard squared. So 756 times 16. It would cost $12,096. And you can estimate to check if your answer is reasonable. This is how this boy estimated. So he did 36 rounds to 40, 21 rounds to 20, 40 times 20 is 800. So yes, 756 is a reasonable answer. It will cost $12,096 to carpet the library fully. Some problems require more than 2 steps to solve. A group of volunteers buys 32 cartons of 40 apples. The volunteers pack the apples into bags of 5 each and sell each bag for $4 to raise funds for a charity. How much do they collect after selling all the apples? First, find the total number of apples. So the total number of apples is the number of cartons times the number of apples in a carton. So 32 times 40, which is 1,280. There are 1,280 apples. So next, you're going to find the number of bags. The number of bags equals the total number of apples divided by the number of apples in a bag. So 1,280 divided by 5, there's 5 per bag, is 256. So there are 256 bags of apples. Now here's the third part of this problem. Then find out how much money they collected. The amount collected is the number of bags times the price of a bag. So there were 256 bags times $4 a piece, and that would give you $1,024. So the volunteers collected $1,024. You can also read a table to find information for a real-world problem. This table shows the wages of workers, and wages means like how much they get paid. The wages of workers in a plumbing factory. Mrs. Jensen works Tuesday through Sunday. How much is she paid? On weekdays, she gets paid $170 per day. Saturdays and Sundays, she gets $315 per day. First, find the number of weekdays and the number of Saturdays and Sundays she worked. So she worked 4 days on weekdays, and then the number of Saturdays and Sundays she worked 2 days, because she worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Those are your 4 weekdays. Saturday and Sunday are your 2 weekend days. So her wages for 4 weekdays would be 4 times $170 is $680. Her wages for Saturday and Sunday would be 2 times $315 is $630. Then you're going to add her total wages. How much she got paid? 680 plus 630 is 1,310. Mrs. Jensen is paid $1,310.